comments for Yannick Sinner. Please raise your hand if you would like to ask a question. Yannick, into the Wimbledon final, how are you feeling?
Yes, great. Was a very well played a match from my side today, so I'm very happy, and I'm looking forward for Sunday. So let's see.
Matt?
Well done, Yannick. I mean, you have this next final against Carlos, so the obvious question is, like, how much does that previous final in Paris from 5 weeks ago linger on your mind as you go into this one, even though it's a completely different surface and, you know, a new tournament, a new Grand Slam, a new opportunity, but how much is it in your head still?
I think if it would be a lot in my head, I would not be in the situation to play a final again, I guess. So I'm very happy, you know, to share once again, you know, the court with Carlos. It's gonna be difficult, I know that, but I'm looking forward to it. No, I try always to put myself in this kind of situations that what I really love, and Sundays on every tournament are very special. So, but this is a question I cannot answer because, you know, I think it's something what you feel before the match and also during the match, you know. So I can give you answers after, but no, it's different match, and I'm looking forward to it.
Willie?
Yannick, people described the era of Roger, Rafa, and Novak as a golden era in tennis. Now you and Carlos, between you, have won the last 6 major titles. How would you describe your era, yours and Carlos's?
No name yet, because you cannot compare what the big three did for 15 plus years, and we just 6 Grand Slams it's 1.5 years, you know. It's not that big, you know, yet. So of course we find ourselves again in this position. This is not a second consecutive Grand Slam that we are in the final and playing each other, which is great from my side, and I believe it's good for the sport. And more rivalries we have from now on, then better it is, because people want to see young player going against each other. So I'm happy to be in that position, but, you know, and let's see in the future, you know, if we can make that happen for the next 3-4 years, then people can think about, you know. So let's see.
Helena?
Yannick, obviously Carlos has won the last few matches between you. You were so close last time. Do you need to do something different, or is it just a case of, you know, winning that last point?
Well, I think we evolve as players, and we get better as competitors. So of course you try to do something different. You don't want to be predictable, you know, on the court. So we are gonna prepare it in the best possible way. I believe when the match is and the rhythm is that high, you play a lot of, you know, with your gut feeling too, or what you feel like in that moment. So obviously also the surface is different. So it's he's the favorite, you know. He won here 2 times in a row, and he's again in the final, and it's very tough to beat him on grass. But, you know, I like these challenges. I like to go head to head and trying to see what I can do and what I can reach.
Charlie?
Hey, Nick, well done. I just wondered what the experience was like in the kind of days following the Roland Garros final defeat.
It was, I think on every Grand Slam you spend a lot of energy, mental and also physical. So that what I like to do is to go back home with my family and resting and do just normal stuff with friends, and that's exactly what I did, no? And nothing, you know. We had, you know, a nice barbecue, just, you know, playing some ping pong with my friends, and had, you know, this 2-3 days off, and then I had to prepare again for Halle, which didn't go as planned, but it was good still, because after I had this week of preparation, which was much needed to play this kind of tennis again. And no, it was normal, so all good.
Almost help that the turnaround between Roland Garros and here is by far the shortest of all the slams.
If it helps.
Did it almost help that the turnaround is so short between Roland Garros and Wimbledon that you could instantly get back to it?
Being in the position here to play final, I would say yes. But if I would lose, I don't say this. So I don't know. I think every player is different how he takes the losses or tough situations. I'm always someone who, after Roland Garros, I practiced very hard, maybe even more, to improve as a player, and this is exactly regardless of what I do here on Sunday, if I win or lose, but gonna be some time off, and then after I'm gonna work even harder now, because they're the young generation, even before us, they're catching up. They are new game styles, and you have to be ready, so it's all about getting used to this, and yeah.
Yannick, congratulations on the win. You were wearing a compression sleeve again, so I wanted to know how your elbow is feeling today, and if you feel like it will be an issue for Sunday.
No issue for Sunday. I mean, as I said already, after a ban, there are no excuses. I think we are handling this small problem at the moment very well. I was much more concerned against Ben's match in the quarters. Today I felt quite good already. In the warm up. This morning was good, so no concerns.
Okay, last question, last English.
Hi Yannick, you've now beaten Novak 5 times in a row. What would you say has helped you turn that head-to-head around?
Well, I think I started to play with Novak when I was very young, and you try to gain this experience also, and the learning process of because what you can learn in matches you cannot produce it in practice sessions too. So for me, every match against him, and not only against him, there have been other players who I struggled a lot in my early stages of the career. You always try to learn what they are doing well and where they might struggle. Obviously, with Novak, it's very difficult to find things where he struggles, and of course, getting better physically, it helped a lot, because it means that you don't rush to go out of a longer rally. I feel like now that I feel much more comfortable in that, and generally just not rushing so much. But in the same time, it's very, very difficult playing against Novak. You feel the nerves before going to the match, and it was today like the same. So, but yeah, also enjoy these moments because they're very special.